I just figured out how can you actually send cold Loom outreach again after the new Gmail regulations. So with that said, what are you going to discuss today as how did I manage to figure this shit out, what are my results, and what can you do step by step in order for you to actually increase the rate of landing in the primary, meaning your deliverability rate. So the very first thing is, what are the results right now with my new system? And as you can see right now, guys, this is the Friday's data. Today is Saturday, and we are landing in primary because we have a 60% open rate, so we are even above than the industry standard of 40%. And so how did I manage to realize what is the problem and how did I solve it for myself? Now, how it basically went is I did a bunch of tests, and after each test, seeing where I landed in the deliverability, I made a conclusion and I realized how could these new Gmail regulations work. And what I realized, which is everyone is saying, but it really does make sense, where from now on Gmail is not looking at your email individually, it's looking around everything around your email, your domain, your IP, where you sent from, what kind of server, what words, what were your responses lately about with your outreach or whatever. It checks everything. And if in some shape or form you seem like, you don't have to be, but if you seem like, based on pattern and data, as a cold email outreacher, you will land in spam. And that's why it's really crucial to be able to solve this problem. So basically how my tests were, I tested with and without Loom. Then I basically changed some domain stuff on the back end. How did I land? Is it better? Is it worse? Now I created a website and just basically plugged it into my domains. Does it have, does it remove? And so basically what you really need to focus on is do everything that you can that would make you look like a human being. And if you do that correctly, you will actually start landing in the primary inbox. But if we start talking about very specific details, one thing I want you guys to understand is potentially in the future where you're sending your emails from could lead that you're going to land in non-primary, meaning in the spam or either the promotions tab or whatever. Because what's happening is AI and these sorts of things are trying to understand everything about your email, and what happens is they see where did that email come from. And if that email came, for example, from Instantly, which Gmail understands that like a cold outreach tool, then of course you're going to land in spam. And so that's why there are nitty-gritty details when it comes to these outreaches, and you have to be aware on how to solve them. This is one thing, which is we have actually switched from Instantly to Gmail and we are getting better results there, but I'm not going to say that is the only solution here. The other solution really is the patterns of your sending and these sorts of things, because if you are doing it incorrectly, then Gmail is going to categorize you as a cold emailer, and again you are going to be fucked. So keep that in mind. And so with that said, that's what really I wanted to touch on and for you guys to really understand. Now specifically you want to learn my structure and how I do my cold Loom outreach. There is a link down below which you can click and see my other videos. But yeah, be happy because new Gmail regulations mean people are less likely going to send emails, which means that there is less junk and more high quality outreach, which means we are going to get better results because of that. Less saturation, less competition, better results for us. So with that said, thank you so much and I will see you in the next one.